Hey, what's up, guys? This is Samir. So, today I'm going to talk about how I passed my AWS Cloud Practitioner exam within 1 week of preparation. And I'm going to give you guys some tips about how to pass this exam so that you guys can prepare accordingly and pass this exam like I did with a week of preparation. So, just to tell you about me, I have been working as a software developer for more than 3 years, and I have also been using AWS Cloud services. For passing this AWS Cloud Practitioner exam, you don't need to be a developer or some programmer, or you don't need to be familiar with AWS until now. So if you are just not that familiar with AWS or any cloud computing, you can still give this exam and still pass within a week. I'm going to give you some tips so it will be easier for you guys. Because I was working as a systems developer, I have been using AWS, especially S3, Lambda, EC2, and also database such as DynamoDB, RDS, and Amplify, and so on. So I was pretty much familiar with most of the app development infrastructure of AWS, but still I was not familiar with most of the new things and new technologies that are introduced in AWS, and also some of the existing technologies that I haven't been using. So I still needed about a week of preparation to prepare for this exam. And the most important question is where to find the resources. So AWS themselves have some resources for this exam. They have videos and also online posts and articles, but I think if you want to pass this exam within a week and get some ready-made resources, then you need to follow different footsteps. There are lots of interesting YouTube videos about how to pass this exam, and course on YouTube as well, especially on Free Code Camp YouTube channel. There were 2 videos or tutorials about this AWS Cloud Practitioner exam, and these videos and tutorials are also good, but some of them are a bit outdated, because by the time you are watching this video it might be like 6 or even 1 year old. So there are lots of technologies introduced within those, and also I felt like the videos were not detailed enough. You can still pass by watching those videos, but for me, I felt like if I wanted to spend some time and money for those exams, so why not get from the best resources. So after doing some research, I found that there were some courses on Udemy and some instructors which were highly rated for this AWS Cloud Practitioner exam. So I went on Udemy and found out one of the best instructor, and his name is Stefan Marek. I will give a link of the course I did in the YouTube description as well. So his course were very good, highly rated, and also highly recommended by the students. His course was 12 hours long, so it's quite a lengthy course, but because you have invested your time and money in correct place, even though it's a lengthy course, you will not feel like you have wasted your time, because I gave my exam for the first time and I passed for the first time, so I'm pretty sure that it will not be a waste of time and money. And an important tip about how to get Udemy offers or discounts, so I will give that tip at the end of the video, so please keep on watching. I preferred the Udemy course because they were like quite detailed enough. They also were updating new technologies that came, so I like those updated videos. And also they had like PDF. Those PDF were very good. If you have a PDF of those slides that they show in the videos, then it's very easy to just get a hang of the thing you need or that you were missing. So I really liked the PDF of the slides. So at the end of each session there's like practice exams, so you can practice and get an idea of how well you remember certain sections. And at the end of the whole course there is one free practice exam, so you can just give those practice exams. So you can give that exam unlimited times, and you will get a result, and you will also get an explanation of why certain answer is selected for those exam questions. So it's really good. That's why I really like those videos. And one important tip for watching videos, any tutorial videos either on YouTube or Udemy, is to watch on 2 times speed, because the writers focus on delivering the message clearly. But if you can learn by watching those videos in 2 times speed, if the video is like 12 hours long, then you can watch those videos in 6 hours, so you'll save 6 hours. That's why one tip is to watch those videos in 2 times speed, And there are also different categories of videos, like there's like the theoretical part that has been shown in the slides, and also there is implementation part. So I watched both those parts because I wanted to get an understanding of how it worked. But if you guys want, then you can just skip the implementation part video and just watch the theoretical part, and it will again save you more time. The most important thing is to remember the terms, technical terms for this exam, because it's a basic type of exam. So you will need to understand like a word meaning, and to understand and to revise those concepts, I made flashcards like this. So here you can see the flashcards that I made. And for example, here in front, here is Amazon Personalize. Then I would know that it is a fully managed machine learning service. There are lots of terms that you need to remember and just to revise, because you might forget after learning, because there are lots of terms. So it's quite easy to get confused and intertwined between the meanings. So I just made these flashcards to recap. Now let's discuss about the type of questions get asked in the exam. So when you watch the Udemy course, then you will get an idea of the sections and the questions types that gets asked from those sections. But one of the important thing that you need to remember is there is like technical question that you need to answer, and also business related question. So for me personally, technical questions were a bit easier, because you just need to get an idea of the technical view, because I had some experience with the technical details. So it was easier for me to understand the technical questions, and mostly technical questions are straightforward as well. But the business logic related, such as billing sections, were a bit confusing for me. So you need to keep an eye on that, because billing sections also cover a lot of areas for the exam. So it's important to understand what type of exam gets asked in the exam. And now finally, so can you pass this exam if you are not experienced in AWS ecosystem? From my personal experience, I think you don't need any AWS experience prior to this exam, because this course gives a lot of details about the cloud computing and also the AWS resources. So I think this course is like very good. Even though you are not familiar with AWS, then within a week you will get an understanding, and you can surely pass this exam even if you don't have any experience before. For those who are experienced, I think it's more easier for them, because you have some understanding of cloud computing and AWS, so you might learn the terminology and technologies more easily. And you also need to understand about the new technologies that come, because questions are also asked about the new technologies. For the new technologies, you can just remember them as like word meaning type of questions, because mainly the questions get asked about cloud computing like EC2 and networking and so on. But the newest type of questions, they are like not that much popular, and also we are not using that much of those features as a basic cloud computing user. So you can just learn the meaning of those new technologies. The most important part is to know the basics of AWS and cloud computing, networking. So if you know these terms, then I think it's sufficient for you to pass this exam. One important thing you should not do is to wait until last day to complete the video, because just completing the video doesn't mean that you are going to pass, because you still need to revise and give the practice exam. And also, if you haven't passed those practice exams, then you need to give those practice exams again to pass, because after just watching videos, it's like just completing to read a book, but you also need to get some thoughts and memorize something. So it's really important to get those videos completed within 4 or 5 days. Then after that, you can focus on revising the technologies and just giving practice questions. And after you give practice questions, then you get an understanding where you might be failing to understand, because just after completing the video, you feel like you know everything, but if anyone asks about certain terminology, then you might get confused with another similar terminology. So that's one of the important tips that I want to give you. And also, if you want to get some additional practice questions, then it's available from the author as well. And one important tip that I want to give you about Udemy discount prices. Some of the time you can see that the Udemy courses are on offer, but some of the times when you want it's not an offer. That happened with me as well. Like, I wanted to get this course, but I wasn't sure whether to purchase it or not. And when I made my mind sure that I want to purchase it, then the discount price was gone. I was not able to get any discount prices. So if you just subscribe to the newsletter, then they will just send you an email explaining about the course and a lot of stuff, and they will also probably give some discount code that you can use, and you will get like 70-80% discount. So for me, the regular price was $89 or something, and I bought this course on $17. This is one important tip to get discounts on Udemy. That's my experience on how I passed my AWS Cloud Practitioner exam by preparing within a week. So I hope you guys will be able to learn from my tips and will be able to pass this exam successfully. And if you like my video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.